Hi, this is Eric Martin with Board Game Geek. I'm here with Justin DeWitt from Fireside Games, looking at Remnants, which is not a final production copy.
No, not at all.
Not at all. But we can learn about the game.
Yes,
This
exactly.
Is, Remnants of our world.
Yes, exactly. It is a post-apocalyptic game where you'll be fighting for the remnants of society out there.
Okay.
The idea is every player is trying to basically build the best compound they can, and you're going to do that by sending your survivors out into the Badlands to go get resources. You'll bring those resources back. You'll buy awesome stuff to make your compound better, and also awesome stuff to help you fight off the bad guys that are coming, because there's mutant creatures and crazy Mad Max style raiders that are going to come at you.
Okay.
The game's kind of interesting in that we've done a real-time resource gathering phase and then some turn-based building things. I'm still trying to find the right tagline. It's not quite a deck builder, but it's more of a base builder. But anyway, it's an engine builder. So who knows? Maybe we're starting our own new hashtag.
Okay.
Anyway, the way it works is in the beginning, everyone commits their scavengers out into the Badlands, and there's two ways you can do it. You can send your people to the desert area of the board to try and get these resources, which are metal, rope, plastic, cloth, and wood. Or you can send them off into the ruined city on the edge of the board to do what we call looting. And looting is going to be how you move up your tracks on your player board for different resources. So it's essentially two different kinds of resources. Once everyone is ready, each player is going to grab their 4 dice. And the dice are kind of neat in this game in that they have a symbol on them that shows the resource, wood, plastic, rope, etc. They also have a little pip on them, ranging from 1 to 3 pips. And you're going to use the dice 2 different ways depending on what part of the game you're in. In the beginning, we're rolling for resources, so you're just looking for the symbols. And this would be real time. I would have my 4 dice, and you would have your 4 dice, and we're rolling like mad. And the idea is you want to get 3 of a kind. As soon as you get 3 of a kind, you can re-roll it any way you want. There's no...
Right.
Okay, good. You got plastic. So if you wanted it and you would say plastic, you'd grab it and throw it on one of your scavengers. Each scavenger can bring
And
back
then
1
keep going.
resource. Yes, you re-roll all your dice. We're all doing this, and this is a dwindling supply. So if I take 2 plastic, no one else is getting plastic. This is going to equal the number of players in the game. So there technically is enough for everybody, but it doesn't usually work that way.
Because you have a lot of people.
Exactly, and you're all fighting for it. So this is real time, and this keeps going until somebody wants to get a bonus token. There are sort of a musical chair style. There's 1 fewer bonus tokens than players. If you roll 3 of these stars, you can take a bonus token, which is cool. You just take it and you stick it next to you, and the nice thing is you've got it, it's yours, no one can steal it. But you're done. You can't get any more resources, so you probably want to fill your people up. This also ends the round. When someone takes the last bonus token, the round's over even if there's resources left.
Okay.
Everybody then rolls for looters, and this is where you use the dice the other way. For each person you sent looting, you'll roll 1 die, and you'll count the number of pips you get. So we sent 2 people. Ooh, that's a pretty good roll. 4. What that means is now you can slide your cubes up that many spaces on your player board, and you've got 3 loot you're dealing with: medicine, screwdriver, and scrap. Medicine is used to heal your people. Screwdrivers will buy you extra pips on dice, which really is mostly helpful in combat, which we'll get to later. And then loot is pretty cool. Loot can be spent to be a wild resource. So, I'm sorry, scrap. Scrap is spent for a wild resource. So if I have 2 scrap, I can spend it and get like plastic or wood or whatever. So whatever you didn't get, you can use scrap to sort of mitigate your dice rolls.
Okay.
So everybody comes back. All the resources come back. Then we switch to the buying phase. We have this development grid up here. 3x3, and it's cut into level 1, 2, and 3 cards, which generally get better but more expensive as they go. And these are the things you buy. They have a cost on top that shows the resources they take, whatever combination, something they do at the bottom. And one of my favorite bits is in the corner they have their victory points, which in our game are ketchup packets, because in the post-apocalyptic future, flavor is the ultimate commodity. So that's our almost tagline for the game. You can buy cards purely for VP, but what you really want is what they're going to do. There's 3 types of cards. Weapons cards, which look like little fists. Those are going to let you roll dice to fight the bad guys. Defense cards that generate these little blue shields that are going to sort of fight the bad guys before they get to you. And then special cards that break all the rules. These are going to do things like generate resources for you for free, let you convert things, endgame VP. This is basically where you build your engine now. You're going to start getting those kind of cards. You can spend as many resources as you want, pick up as many cards as you want. It goes in turn order. And then once everyone's done buying, we move on to our fight phase if we have it, because each turn, this little track is going to advance 1. When it's on one of the gray spaces, it just means the bad guys are getting closer. You can see that these sandbats are getting closer. When it reaches a red space, though, at the end of that turn, we are going to have to fight them.
Okay.
They have a health value on top that you need to beat. They have some sort of effect that kicks in, and then they have a reward if you beat them and a penalty if you lose.
Okay.
So,
and we're all fighting them individually.
yes, exactly.
Win or lose for each of us.
You got it. And so you use your shields first to knock their health down automatically. Then you have to roll dice based on the number of fists you have on weapons cards. So you can also then spend your screwdrivers to bump up your attack. So hopefully you've built all your engines right for that kind of thing. We're going to keep moving this on for a total of 6 rounds. The last round is up against the boss, the big guy who shows up, who has way more Strength, he has nothing good, he gives you only bad, and he comes with a random power-up that's going to give him something. For example, in this case, he's going to injure 3 people just by showing up, because he throws grenades. So there's a ton of replay with all the different cards you're going to see, the different cards in the deck you're going to buy. There's 3 different bosses and 6 different combinations of power-ups. There's a lot of stuff going on here hiding in this thing. This is going to be our Origins release. This will be June 27th, so Remnants.
There you go.
$39.95.
Thank you very much, Justin.
You bet.